Now, I don't know what the temperature is outside this morning, but it looks clear and cold. I'll look it up and I'll let you know later. Okay, I did look it up later, and it was a lot colder than I thought. Now I know that I talk about the weather a lot, but I don't know, I just don't like the winter anymore, so I'm conscious of the cold. I can almost feel it in my bones, as they say. Now, in the comments that I read this morning, one of the viewers asked me, how do I get the hardened CA glue off of my glue applicator here, which most of you know is a needle. I'll put the macro lens on and we'll move in good and close here so you can see what's going on. I'll see if I can find a needle that I have the same size as this, that I have not manipulated or shaped to the way this is. My goodness, I should reshoot this. What's the difference? You guys all know that I'm not a talker. Well, maybe I'm a talker. I just can't talk right. Anyway, yeah, let's get the macro lens on and look nice and close here. Now, I'm going to reshoot this. This is terrible. Okay, two things. First of all, obviously, I have not put the macro lens on. Secondly, I'm not big on retakes, but I think you know that. What you hear is what you get. Now, this here is a needle. I could not find another needle exactly the same size. All the needles that I have were larger. So all I did was I cut a needle off, like right here, and then we ended up excuse me, with a little fork thing. Now I'll put the macro lens on. Okay, now I don't want to bump this, but you can see how the fork here, oh, by the way, I've put on my super macro, and you know, it's almost completely closed over with CA glue. Okay, watch what I'm going to do here. There will be a little bit of soot build up on it from the flame, or I guess not from the flame, but from the I guess burnt CA glue. I don't know what would cause the soot. Yeah, I guess it would be ash from the CA glue. Anyway, I'm going to put this back in now, and we'll put our super macro back on and have another look. Okay, once again, trying not to bump this out of the field of view. We should be noticing a huge difference. I'll toggle back and forth between the two. Now, in step 44 here, I don't think we need any more of our Martian pizza servers, so we can get them out of the way. And very carefully, when I reach over, that I don't scrape my arm on something. I know when we get some of these little pieces like these things here, when we get them in place, they will excuse me, very easily be broken off. So I'm thinking that perhaps what I'm going to have to do is put another hoop across here, just to kind of make me aware of the fact that I have to be really careful when I'm reaching over. Anyway, step 44 needs a couple of searchlights, the larger ones. So let's do those next. They should go pretty easy. They should go a lot easier than those little tiny ones that we did yesterday. Now the searchlight is supposed to go in a hole right there. And at first I did not see the hole. All I could see was those four little protrusions coming up out of the deck there. But there is actually a hole there. Let's just try a dry run here. I think there might be gum from the masking tape on the bottom there. Okay, I think that it'll probably work if I saturate the peg with extra thin, and that'll sort of help it to dissolve. And then maybe put a little bit of extra thin in that hole, because undoubtedly there's paint probably built up in there. I'll put the macro lens on. Okay, my camera is set up rather precariously here. And I'm going to put a little bit on the peg. Now, hopefully this is going to fit down in that hole there. There's sort of it almost appears that the pedestal part of the light is supposed to be supported on the top of those pegs. So I don't want to be, squishing them down, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to leave well enough alone. I think from my perspective, I think it looks pretty good. Now, once again, you can see it better than me. You are now looking across at the other side. And once again, we'll try and get some on the peg. Now, as I mentioned earlier, at least I think I did, these things here are going to be very easily broken off, so I'm going to leave them to last. The only thing left to put on is these and the 50 caliber quad guns. So let's put the quad guns on, and they go right here and here. Now, if you'll remember way back when we were making these quad guns, there was quite a bit of photo etch involved, and you have to be careful how you pick it up. And you'll notice that I've already broken one of the sights off. Now, the side we're working on right now is the side that's going to be closest to everybody. The other side over here is going to be, on against the wall, you might say, in the case. And there is going to be a lot of superstructure here. So, in all likelihood, unless I put a mirror in behind, which I'm probably not going to do, the other side is not going to be seen. So, we'll put the good one right here. And let's try not to break this one. Okay, I can twist it around afterwards. Why is it not going in there? Maybe I have to put a little bit more on here and just dissolve the peg just a little bit more. Now what's probably going to happen is it's going to wick out across the deck, but Okay, here we go. Okay, let's just leave it as it is. I know it's not aimed directly out to the side of the ship. It's sort of slightly to the bow, but I think it actually will look better like that. All right, let's see what we can do with the other side here now. I'll put the macro lens on. Okay, I already have some on the peg. We'll twist this around into place after I get it mounted here. Okay, and try and get it at the same angle looking out as the other one, although it doesn't really matter. Alright, well, it's too bad I broke that gun sight off, but that's the way it goes. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that this one will not be seen anyway once it's in the case. Okay, now the semaphores. Or is it semaphone? Alright, these semaphores, they go here and here, which is right beside the floodlights or spotlights, here and here. I can't see what I'm doing here. I'm getting it all over everything else. That's not right. So man, I gotta put on my different glasses. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so easily broken off. I can just see it. Okay. Now, try and swing the camera around so that we can get the one on your side. Oh, I broke one of those little signal things off, as you can see. I remember when I was squeezing on them, I thought, well, they're probably glued on there pretty good. I won't break them off. Well, should I pull it out of there and fix it? I think maybe I'll have to pull it out of there and we'll have to re-glue it. Yeah, I think I can fix it a lot easier if it's not in the hole. Okay, you know what, folks? I'm going to cut today's video off. I'm not discouraged. I'm not disappointed. Well, I'm a little bit disgusted. Um, but I think I'm going to cut today's video off. Thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.